Hello everyone, welcome back to Jikook Diaries. When it comes to BTS, it's hard not to mention Jimin and Jungkook in the same breath. The two have walked side by side since their debut, growing together under the spotlight, and forming a connection that's hard to put into words. However, the world has quietly begun to notice that there's something more than just friendship between the two. Something that can't be limited to just the word co-workers. Something that feels like love. Their relationship is often described by fans as being very intimate, not just physically, but emotionally as well. Somehow, Jimin and Jungkook always seem like two sides of the same coin, complementing each other, understanding each other, and most importantly giving each other a comfort that not everyone can find even in a romantic relationship. Then, a term emerged that teased the minds of many fans: couple-like contract. A phrase that didn't come from an agency, nor from an official statement, but from fans who have been watching their gestures, body language, and interactions for years that were so couple. But is this really just a supposition? Or is it a reality that is subtly displayed by both of them, without words, without confirmation, but very real? If we look back at the early days of BTS, Jimin and Jungkook were not a duo that were immediately close. Jungkook, who was still very young at the time, tended to be more reserved, while Jimin was a warm and caring person, often becoming Jungkook's anchor amidst the pressures of adolescence, lived in the spotlight of the camera. Slowly but surely, their relationship developed, from senior-junior to friends, then from friends to best friends. And now, maybe more than that. What makes their relationship feel so special is the way they interact so organically. Not artificial, not for image. Every time the camera captures a small moment between them, a gentle touch on the back, a deep gaze that stops a few seconds longer than usual, or a sincere smile when each other is talking, fans are brought into a story that only two hearts can understand. Over the past few years, keen-eyed armies have begun to notice a pattern, that whenever BTS faces a difficult phase, whether it's a hectic schedule, media pressure, or internal issues, Jimin and Jungkook seem to grow closer. It's as if they're each other's rock in an invisible storm. Jimin, with his deep empathy, often serves as Jungkook's emotional shield. Jungkook, with his strength and sincerity, serves as Jimin's strong shoulder to lean on. But something interesting has happened lately. Their relationship, which used to feel safe, is now getting bolder. They've started to show more affection publicly. Longer hugs, more personal jokes, and sweet comments that are often wrapped in humor but feel like hidden confessions. In a live broadcast, for example, when Jungkook was asked about the type of person he admires, he named someone who is caring, warm, and supportive of him, and then, unprompted, mentioned Jimin with a shy smile. Jimin's reaction? A small laugh, followed by a short, "I always feel comfortable when Jungkook is around, too." The words may be simple, but for those who have followed their journey, they are like a powerful emotional confession. And let's talk about contracts. Is there perhaps an unwritten agreement between them to take care of each other, to be there for each other, to be each other's home? If such a contract existed, it might not be about status or formality, but about commitment. A commitment to stay by each other's side, through thick and thin, on the glitzy stage and behind the quiet scenes. Imagine being in a world that forces one to always appear perfect. Amidst such pressure, finding someone who truly sees you as a human being, not as an idol, not as a public image, is a rare thing. And Jimin and Jungkook, it seems, have found that in each other. Some fans have even called their relationship one of the most beautiful love stories in the world of K-pop. Not because of the sensationalism, but because of the sincerity. Because of how they care for each other, even though they never say the word love directly. Because of how they choose to stay close, even when fame allows them to distance themselves. There was one particularly memorable moment when BTS celebrated their debut anniversary, and all the members shared memories and gratitude. When it was Jimin and Jungkook's turn to speak, the atmosphere changed. Their words were deeper, more emotional, and ended with a big hug at its height. The camera captures their teary eyes, as if holding many unspoken stories. They once said that they were like an old couple, who often had small fights but still got back together. A funny statement, but also very honest, because that's how true love works. Not always sweet, not always perfect, but always coming back, always persisting, and there is always a reason to forgive each other, to understand each other. In a world that changes so quickly, where relationships can be destroyed just because of one rumor, one misunderstanding, or one comment on social media, Jimin and Jungkook choose to stay by each other's side. They don't try to be the ideal couple for the public. They just become the best version of themselves for each other. Then the question arises again. Are they in love? Or are they too deep to call it just falling? Maybe they have found a definition of love that goes beyond common understanding. Love that doesn't need a label, love that just needs to be felt. Now, their relationship is no longer just a topic of fanfiction or a dream for shippers. It has become a real narrative written slowly by time and togetherness. And like the most beautiful story ever written, no one knows how it will end. But one thing is for sure, whatever form it takes, their love has inspired many. Because in the end, love is about finding that one person who makes the world feel more peaceful. And for Jimin and Jungkook, they have become each other's home, whether it's in the form of an invisible contract or just by fate. What is clear is that they are falling deeper in love than ever. Thank you for watching today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Jikook Diaries for more heartfelt updates, deep dives, and special moments about BTS and our beloved Jikook duo. Stay strong, ARMY. The purple bond remains unbreakable. See you in the next videos. Purple Heart.